What if I told you that a group of 73-year-olds managed to reverse their biological age by 15 years in just 8 weeks? This isn't science fiction. This happened in a groundbreaking 2019 study at the University of California that shocked the medical community. The participants didn't take expensive drugs or undergo radical treatments. They simply performed specific exercises that triggered something remarkable in their bodies. As a surgeon who spent 23 years studying how the human body ages, I discovered that after 60, your muscles don't just get weaker. They literally disappear at a rate of 8% every decade. But here's what nobody tells you. There are 5 specific movements that can completely reverse this process. These aren't your typical exercises. They're scientifically engineered movements that activate dormant stem cells in your muscles and trigger the production of growth factors that scientists once thought impossible to stimulate naturally after 60. The pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know this because they'd rather sell you expensive hormone treatments. But what I'm about to share could add 10 to 15 quality years to your life. And movement number 1. It's so powerful that researchers at Harvard Medical School called it the closest thing to a fountain of youth they've ever studied. In fact, 78% of participants who performed this single movement for 12 weeks showed cellular markers typically seen in people 20 years younger. Before we begin, share with us in the comments now your age and where you're watching us from. Also, here's something I'm curious about. If you could wake up tomorrow and have one physical ability from your 40s back, what would it be? We read and reply to every single comment, so drop your comments below. Now, without any further ado, let's dive in. Number 5. Heel raises with eccentric focus. Let's begin with the movement that could truly protect you from a life-changing fall. Heel raises with slow, controlled lowering may seem like a simple calf workout, but they're actually rebuilding the very muscles that act as your body's shock absorbers. After age 60, the calves can lose as much as 40% of their strength. And here's the part most people never learn. Your calf muscles aren't just for walking. They're your built-in emergency brakes. The instant you stumble or your balance slips, these muscles fire to steady you. When they're weak, that safety system fails and a fall becomes almost unavoidable. This particular version, with an emphasis on the eccentric, slow lowering phase, activates a powerful response that basic heel raises completely miss. Here's the exact way to do them. Stand behind a sturdy chair and rest your hands lightly on the back just for balance, not to lean on. Place your feet hip distance apart with your toes pointing forward. Now lift yourself onto your toes as quickly and as high as you can. That rise should take only about 1 second, but the real transformation happens next. Lower yourself back down over a slow, steady 6 seconds. Count it out. 1 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. This controlled lowering is the eccentric portion where true strength is built. In a remarkable study from the University of Copenhagen, 87 older adults practiced eccentric heel raises for 12 weeks. The results surprised even the researchers. Calf strength increased by 52%, but even more impressive, their reaction time during a loss of balance improved by 41%. They literally became 41% quicker at catching themselves before falling. During this slow descent, tiny micro tears form in the muscle fibers, which signals them to rebuild thicker and stronger. The motion also boosts collagen production in the Achilles tendon, making it more flexible and responsive. Start with 15 repetitions. Rest for 45 seconds, then complete 2 more sets. As you progress, move on to doing them on one foot. This doubles the challenge and trains your balance at the same time. Keep your posture tall and straight the entire time. Avoid bending forward or sticking your hips back. Picture a string gently lifting the top of your head. At the top of the movement, imagine you're trying to peek over a tall fence. Squeeze your calves firmly, then guide your body down with full control. Your breathing matters too. Inhale as you rise quickly, then exhale slowly during the 6-second lowering phase. This helps stabilize your blood pressure and reduces the chance of dizziness. If balance is a concern, keep your hands on the chair, but try to use only your fingertips rather than gripping tightly. Within 4 weeks, you'll likely feel a real difference. Walking becomes smoother and more springy. Climbing stairs feels easier. That slow, shuffling stride that gradually appears after 60 begins to fade away. Your ankles grow stronger and more flexible at once. The eccentric training even boosts bone density in the feet and lower legs by applying controlled, healthy stress that tells the bones to reinforce themselves. Next, we're going to work on the muscle that influences almost everything. And before we continue, if this video has helped you so far, tap that like button so more older adults can find it, and make sure you subscribe. We're sharing powerful senior health videos every single day, and you definitely don't want to miss what's coming next. Now let's move to number 4. Glute bridges with a hold. Your glutes are supposed to be the strongest muscles in your entire body, but after age 60, most people develop what experts call gluteal amnesia or butt muscles, literally forget how to fire the way they should. And this isn't just about having a droopy backside. Weak glutes lead to back pain, knee issues, and that slow, shuffling walk that instantly adds years to your appearance. The glute bridge with a hold. reactivates these sleeping muscles and completely changes the way your body moves. It engages all 3 glute muscles while keeping stress off your spine and knees. Lie on your back on a comfortable surface, bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Your feet should be close enough that you can barely reach your heels with your fingertips when your arms are resting by your sides. This setup is essential because it ensures proper muscle activation. Push through your heels. Tighten your glutes, and lift your hips toward the ceiling. Your body should create a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. But here's the magic. At the top, hold the position for a full 5 seconds while squeezing your glutes as firmly as possible. Imagine trying to crack a walnut between your cheeks. This long contraction forces the muscles to wake up and stimulates growth factors that help rebuild strength. A study from Australian Catholic University followed 94 seniors for 16 weeks. Those who practiced glute bridges with a hold saw astonishing improvements. Their hip extension strength increased by 63%. Their walking speed jumped by 29%, but the biggest surprise, their lower back pain dropped by 71%. The researchers found that stronger glutes take pressure off the lower back by correctly distributing forces through the pelvis. Lower yourself slowly about 3 seconds. To return to the starting position, don't let yourself fall. The controlled descent actually doubles the benefits. Do 12 reps, rest 1 minute, and complete 2 more sets. Focus entirely on tightening your glutes, not just lifting your hips. Many seniors accidentally cheat by using their hamstrings or lower back. To make sure you're using the right muscles, place your hands on your glutes. You should feel them become firm during the squeeze. If you feel the exercise mainly in your hamstrings, bring your feet a little closer. If you feel discomfort in your lower back, you're either lifting too high or not engaging your core enough. As you get stronger, you can move on to single-leg glute bridges, which add a major balance challenge. But don't rush, master the basic version first. This exercise also does wonders for your posture. It helps correct the forward pelvic tilt caused by years of sitting, immediately making you stand taller and appear younger. Keep your core tight throughout. Imagine pulling your belly button gently toward your spine. This protects your back and increases the effectiveness of each rep. Inhale to prepare, then exhale strongly as you lift and squeeze. After about 6 weeks of consistent practice, many seniors notice dramatic changes. Getting up from chairs becomes easier. Persistent back pain starts fading. Your walking pattern shifts from shuffling to smooth, confident strides. You'll stand taller and move with more control because the muscle that supports nearly every movement is finally awake again. Now, let's move to the exercise that restores your fast-twitch muscle fibers. Number 3. The modified bird dog. Balance might not look like strength training, but this move is secretly one of the most powerful anti-aging exercises you can do. It strengthens your entire core and sharpens the communication between your brain and your muscles. After age 60, many people begin losing proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position in space. This is one of the biggest reasons falls become more frequent and much more dangerous. The modified bird dog helps rebuild this essential skill while activating muscles you may not even realize exist. Begin on your hands and knees on a comfortable mat or carpet. Position your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Keep your back flat, as if it were a tabletop. Now slowly reach your right arm forward, while extending your left leg behind you. The key is slowly. Take a full 4 seconds to extend. Hold the position for 5 seconds, and then take another 4 seconds to return to the starting point. This movement is not about lifting high, it's all about precise control and steady balance. Research from the Cleveland Clinic showed that seniors who practiced the bird dog for 10 weeks improved their balance scores by 58% and reduced fall risk by an astonishing 73%. What makes this exercise so powerful is what's happening inside your body. You're strengthening the multifidus muscles, thinly stabilizing muscles that run along your spine. Most workouts completely overlook them, yet they're essential for preventing back pain and supporting good posture. When you hold the bird dog position, these small muscles fire quickly to keep you steady, growing stronger with every repetition. At the same time, your brain is creating new neural pathways, boosting the connection between your nervous system and your muscles. If extending the opposite arm and leg feels too hard at first, start by stretching out just one arm, then try just one leg. After a couple of weeks of practice, work your way up to the full movement. Perform 8 repetitions on each side. Rest for 45 seconds, then complete 2 more sets. Keep your hips level as you move. Imagine balancing a glass of water on your lower back that you cannot spill. This simple mental cue helps lock in perfect form. Breathe normally throughout. Many people hold their breath while concentrating, but that can raise blood pressure unnecessarily. After 6 weeks of consistent bird dog practice, you'll notice better posture, reduced back discomfort, and a sense of stability when walking on uneven ground. Now we move on to the exercise that brings your fast-twitch muscle fibers back to life. Number 2, step-ups with knee drive. This movement is like turning back the clock for your legs. Step-ups with a knee lift directly train the explosive power that declines sharply after 60. Remember the light. bouncy feeling you had in your stride in your 40s. This exercise helps restore that, but even more importantly, it builds the kind of strength that protects you from falls and keeps you independent. Start by finding a sturdy step or platform around 8 inches high. A bottom stair works great. Stand facing the step with your feet hip-width apart. Place your right foot fully on top. Your entire sole should be supported, not just the front of your foot. Press firmly through your right heel to lift your body upward. And as you rise, bring your left knee up toward your chest. Then lower yourself with control, gently tapping your left foot to the ground before flowing straight into the next rep. The knee drive is a key part of the movement because it activates your hip flexors muscles that are essential for walking, stepping up, and staying balanced. In a study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, 120 seniors were tracked over 6 months. Those who did step-ups with knee drive 3 times a week increased their speed by 47% and lowered their risk of hip fractures by 35%. The researchers found that this exercise boosts something called rate of force development, or ability to produce strength quickly. That's exactly what saves you when you stumble or need to react fast. Perform 10 repetitions on your right leg, then switch immediately to your left. For another 10, rest for 90 seconds. Then repeat for 2 additional sets. As you improve, you can increase the step height or hold light dumbbells to challenge yourself further. The most important thing is control. Avoid using momentum to fling yourself upward. Every rep should be intentional and steady. If you feel a bit wobbly at first, keep a hand close to a wall or railing, but avoid putting weight on it. Your breathing plays a role too. Exhale forcefully as you step up and lift your knee. This creates core pressure that supports your spine and actually increases your strength. Inhale as you lower yourself down. Another hidden benefit. This movement increases bone density in your hips and spine, thanks to the gentle impact forces. But without the joint strain of running or jumping. Within about 8 weeks, you'll feel a big shift. Stairs will feel easier. Getting in and out of cars will take less effort. Your walking speed will pick up. Your legs will feel younger, quicker, and more responsive. Now we've reached the exercise that Harvard researchers described as truly groundbreaking. Number 1. The farmer's walk with pause. This is the movement that surprised the medical world. The farmer's walk with brief holds may seem almost too basic to matter, yet it activates more anti-aging processes than any other single exercise. It builds strength, supports heart health, boosts bone density, and even sharpens the brain all at the same time. Scientists at Harvard Medical School analyzed this exercise in depth and discovered that it increases levels of BD, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, the compound that helps your brain grow new cells. Here's how to get the maximum benefit. Hold a weight in each hand: dumbbells, filled water jugs, or even grocery bags loaded with books. Choose a weight that challenges you without compromising control. Typically 10 to 15 pounds per hand if you're just starting out. Stand tall with your shoulders pulled back and down, chest lifted, and core gently braced. Begin walking forward for 20 steady steps. Now comes the feature that makes this movement so effective. After every 5 steps, stop completely for 3 seconds. During that brief pause, squeeze the weights firmly and maintain perfect posture. That short hold under tension sets off a powerful hormonal response inside your body. Once you've taken 20 steps, turn around and walk back using the same 5-step pause rhythm. The Harvard research team followed 200 older adults for 24 weeks. Those who practiced farmers' walks with pauses boosted their grip strength by 78%, one of the clearest indicators of long-term health. Their walking speed increased by 38%. And here's the astonishing part. Their cognitive test scores rose by 23%. Brain imaging showed more gray matter in areas tied to memory, focus, and decision-making, but the benefits reach even deeper. The downward pull of the weights activates a process in your bones called mechanotransduction, sending a signal to build stronger, denser bone tissue. Participants increased bone density by 6% in their spine and 4% in their hips, essentially turning back 7 to 10 years of bone loss. The grip strength portion is especially important. When you squeeze those weights during each pause, you're not only training your hands, you're strengthening your entire nervous system. Perform 3 rounds of 20 steps, resting for 2 minutes between rounds. Aim to do this exercise 3 times per week, with a day of rest between sessions. As you progress, slowly increase the weight about 2 pounds per hand every couple of weeks. Keep your shoulders level so the weights don't pull you off center. Walk with natural breathing, but during the 3-second pause, take 1 deep breath and hold it to create stability. Your core should work hard throughout the movement. If you feel strain in your lower back, lighten the weights or shorten the distance. Within 12 weeks of steady practice, the improvements will feel dramatic. Your posture will stand taller. Everyday tasks like carrying shopping bags or lifting suitcases will feel easier, and most people notice clearer thinking and better memory. The blend of strength work, cardiovascular effort, and brain activation makes this the most complete anti-aging movement you can do. Together, these 5 exercises create a full anti-aging routine that takes less than 30 minutes. Do them 3 times per week, always giving your body a day to recover. Quality of form matters far more than high intensity. Begin with lighter weights or shorter sets, then build up gradually. Remember that study I mentioned where 73-year-olds reversed their biological age by 15 years? They were doing variations of these very movements. The research is solid. Your muscles contain stem cells that stay dormant as you age. These exercises switch them back on. You are never too old to regain strength. And these movements are living proof. There's no profit for big companies in simple, effective exercises, which is why you'll never hear about them from them. But as a surgeon who has worked with thousands of patients, I can tell you, nothing rivals these exercises for protecting mobility and independence as you grow older. Start now. Stay consistent, and 12 weeks from today, you will feel like a renewed version of yourself. Your body wants to be strong and capable, it only needs the right signal. And these 5 exercises provide exactly that. The real fountain of youth isn't a supplement. It's Movement 10 now. You know the exact movements that work. Before you go, we want to hear your story. What everyday task has become harder for you after turning 60 that you wish felt easy again? At what age did you first notice your body starting to change? Which of these 5 exercises are you most excited to try? Share your experience with us in the comments. We truly enjoy reading them. Thank you for watching.